Part 2. So as I was saying, the sign said Fergie Jenkins signing here now. And I was like, oh, Fergie Jenkins signing here now. That's awesome. And I saw a huge line outside Fergie Jenkins' door. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not surprised. It's Fergie Jenkins. Of course he's going to have a huge line. So I walk to the back of the line. I get in the line. And there's the security woman telling everybody to clear around the escalators. Don't block the escalators and all that stuff. And I was asking her, I said, wow, this is a long line for Fergie Jenkins, huh? And she said, what? I said, well, this is the Fergie Jenkins line, right? And she said, no, this is if you're here to see Rizzo. She said, are you here to see Rizzo? I said, I'm not here to see Anthony Rizzo, I'm here to see Fergie Jenkins. And she said, well, follow me, sir. So I did. And she literally walked me right up to the door where Fergie was, and she said, go ahead, sir. I said, okay. And I walked right in. There was no line for Fergie that early in the morning, so I literally walked in there, and I met Fergie Jenkins. And, of course, he did sign a baseball for me. Nice. He's got a really nice signature. It's really pretty to look at. Signed it on an official Major League Baseball. And he was a nice guy, too. I told him how his pitching has affected me as a person and how he was awesome. And he said, thank you, I appreciate it, and all that stuff. And that was a great experience. So I want to thank Fergie Jenkins for being such a great person and an awesome human being and taking the time to see fans in name of himself and in the name of his charity as well. I will... also say, go follow Fergie Jenkins on Instagram. It's at Fergie Jenkins. And if I can, I might find the link to the Fergie Jenkins Foundation website, and I will put that in the description as well. Possibly. Just so we can send him some love and support that way, because he really is a nice guy, and I think his foundation deserves it. So it's Fergie Jenkins. Now we will move on to the third culprit. We're at the next baseball. I met Kyle Ryan. Kyle Ryan right now is playing for the Cubs. He is a left-handed pitcher right now for the Cubs. He's a good arm. He's got a good arm. He's a good bullpen guy, strong bullpen guy. Acquired him in 2019. And I think he's going to be a good part of the bullpen. He's going to be a really strong part of the bullpen. And he's going to provide a lot of support to the bullpen that we need. And again, we really do need that support in the bullpen. So, got there, just finished meeting Fergie, and I decided, you know what, I've still got time, let's head downstairs, see if I can meet Kyle Ryan. So I headed downstairs. And, got downstairs, and I found the line for Kyle Ryan. Well, first I walked up to a line and I found a lady, and I said, this is the line for Kyle Ryan? And she said, no, Robel Garcia? I said, no, I'm not here to see Robel. Kyle Ryan? She said, over there. So first I almost walked into Robel Garcia's line. Second of all, got to Kyle Ryan's line, and the guy says, well, I'm out of vouchers. I'm out of the stuff you need to hand to the security to meet the guy. But if you want to take a chance and you want to get in line and see if you get lucky, I'm not going to stop you. You can go ahead. So I said, you know what? Why not? Let's see what happens. So I got in the line for Kyle Ryan, and I said, what the hey? And he's mowing through this line. He's literally talking to everybody and giving a good conversation to everybody, but he's at the same time mowing through the line. I think he got through all the people with all the vouchers in maybe 25, 30 minutes. And so the people without vouchers start getting to the security line. And the security's like, what, you don't have a voucher? What are you doing here? You can't see this guy. You don't have a voucher. And they're like, well, that guy down there said we could get in line and we had the chance to meet him if we had time. And then he's like, okay, hold on. And then a lady said, are you out of vouchers? And he said, yeah. And she said, yeah. And she's like, well, he's got another 30 minutes. Let the people see him. He's just going to sit here if they don't. So for 30 minutes, he signed people without vouchers. So I didn't have a voucher, but I got a nice Kyle Ryan autograph signature on this baseball here. Kyle Ryan, another class act, nice guy. I talked to him about how I like to pitch, how my favorite position in baseball is pitching, how I told him that he's going to be a great part of the bullpen in the future, and I really want him to keep doing what he's doing. And he was really appreciative, he was really generous, and he was really humbled about it too. And he really, I enjoyed talking to him. I think he enjoyed talking to me. So this is another shout out. This is to Kyle Ryan. Kyle Ryan, thank you for being a fantastic person, being a good pitcher, second of all. And I think you're going to have a great future with us in the organization. He also is on Instagram. You can find him at LeftyRyan91 on Instagram, and that is his Instagram handle. So again, at LeftyRyan91 on Instagram is his handle. Go ahead and give him a follow, because he really does deserve it. And now we get to my voucher autograph. Sweet swinging Billy Williams right there. Hall of Fame 1987. This is another class act. What a guy. This guy's 81 years old and he's still active as all heck. So, what did Billy Williams do? Well, we got in the line at about, I want to say 2 o'clock, I think we got into the line. But before that, I was asking, where's the Billy Williams line so I could make sure I could get in the Billy Williams line. And they're like, oh, it's over here. I was like, thanks. And then, you remember that lady I was talking about before, that couple that I met the night in the Pat Hughes line? Well, guess what? They come up to me and say, you have an extra Billy Williams voucher? I said, yeah, well, no. And she says, I have a Lee Smith at 3 o'clock. Trade? And I'm a big fan of Lee Smith. He's the greatest Cubs closer of all time, almost 500 career saves. And I was like, oh my God, this is the biggest opportunity to trade. I either have legend Billy Williams or legend Lee Smith. I had to make a decision. And again, there is no bad decision to be made here. I'm meeting a Hall of Famer either way. And there was just, I was so conflicted that I had to get my grandfather over there before we got in the line to say, what do I do? And it came down to a game of rock, paper, scissors, like I do usually with situations I don't know how to handle. I play rock, paper, scissors with somebody. If I won, I traded her, and we went to go meet Lee Smith. Or I went to go meet Lee Smith, Pappy would go meet Billy Williams. If he won, we both went to see Billy Williams. He won, so we both went to see Billy Williams. I gave the couple the bad news, and they said that it was all right, and they respected and were appreciative of the time that I took to think about it. Because I didn't immediately say, yes, go straight her. No thanks. Sorry. It took me a minute to figure out what I was going to do. But this story has a happy ending because they actually ended up getting a Billy Williams voucher for free. A lady comes up to her and hands her a Billy Williams voucher. They got it for free. So they ended up meeting both Billy Williams and Lee Smith. So that's best of both worlds right there. I was just so excited for her. I was so happy that she managed to go meet Billy Williams. So that was a big thing for me. Also, there were a lot of people walking around the convention with signs, like if they were looking for certain players, they would say, like, looking to trade for, then they would have players on there, or they would say buying blank vouchers. A lot of people were looking for Billy Williams vouchers. Said pay cash for Billy Williams vouchers. Some people were offering 50, some were offering 100. Yeah, and they were, like, if you were in the exhibition hall doing that, security kicked you out. Like, you can't do that you can't do that in the hall. You gotta go do it somewhere else. So of course they would do it outside, but they couldn't do it in the actual room, so they got kicked out, which was really funny. So we get to meet Billy Williams, and this guy, man, sweet guy. He's so nice. He couldn't have been nicer to me. He was awesome to the little kids who met him. Like he was like everyone's uncle, everyone's favorite grandpa or uncle that comes to dinner every year. He was just so great and so cool to all of the people Um, he was so nice to me and my grandfather. When I was up there, I was asking him. I said, Billy, when you were hitting all those home runs and you were hitting those balls and all the fields on the field, what was your favorite pitch to hit? And he says, well, I liked all of them because I was hitting all of them. And I laughed a little bit. But he said, if I had to pick, I'd had to say the fastballs right down the middle. I liked those. Those were sweet. And I said, well, if I had to pick a ball, I like hitting curveballs because when they're hung, they go really far. And he says, young man, back in my day, they didn't hang curveballs. And I was like, I couldn't help but laugh. That was really funny. Just a good time with Billy Williams. Just a really, really sweet guy, nice guy, knowledgeable guy. Signed my baseball. It's a really nice signature too, Billy Williams right there. But he was just so sweet and so generous in his time for talking to everyone. And he just was respectful. He was a gentleman, so I can't say thank you enough to Billy Williams for being so awesome. He doesn't have an Instagram handle, so thank you, Billy Williams. That's all I can say. And that's it. That's basically my time at the Cubs convention this year. It was so much fun. Couldn't have asked for a better experience, and hopefully I get to go again sometime in the future. But as for right now, that was episode 3 of the Baseball Show / the Cubs Con review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you guys so much. You are terrific. So supportive. Great fans. Again, follow me on Instagram at Kason Shingothi. Find me on Facebook at Kason Shingothi as well. And that's the parts for the Baseball Show episode 3. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Take care, and be joyful.